guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the a new ranking show. We're gonna rank all of the F1 circuits that are featured on the F1 calendar in the 21st century. So from 2000, even including the new circuits are going to be in the 2022 F1 calendar. So yeah, make sure you do smash that like button, smash that subscribe button please, smash that share button as well. Do share the stream, make sure you share it to anyone you know is an F1 fan as well, and try and help us get to 100 as quick as possible. So yeah, we've got Yank talking smack. How are you, my friend?
Good, mate. It's nice and early, but it's ready to go.
Wicked. And we got Adam talks F1. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Wicked. Let's go. Let's get into this right now. So obviously you can see there's a lot of tracks here to go through. So we're gonna go through one by one. So we're gonna go start with, and how ironic it's the first one on the list that it's usually the opener. Australian Grand Prix. Usually the race opener, was the race opener since pretty much from 1996, and yeah, and it's always been featured at Albert Park since 1996. So yeah, Conor, what do you make of the Australian Grand Prix Albert Park layout?
I love it.
What would you rate it? What would you rate it
As someone who, of course, plays F1 as well, who plays races on F1 as well, I love it. It's one of my favorite when I'm playing to race on. I'd probably give it probably a 4 or 5, probably a 5, honestly.
Okay. What about you, Adam?
I agree, probably the same. One of my favourite tracks, it's a good track always because most of the time, anyway, first race of the season. And yeah, one of my favourite tracks to go on F1 as well, so I'd give it probably a 5.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always been a decent circuit to start a season off. For me, I'd say the reason I probably would say a 4 over 5 is because it is very difficult to overtake. It's always been notoriously difficult to overtake there. But as a flowing circuit, it's been very good. Hopefully the changes for 2022 will improve the overtaking. Right, big up Rich Sports. I hope you're well, my friend. Please do share the stream, mate, if you can. If you know anyone that's an F1 fan, please do share it. It really would mean a world to me if you could do. Yeah, just help us get more subscribers for us to get us ready for the new season. But I'll go with what you guys say. If you guys say it's a 5, we'll go for a 5. So there we are. So yeah. Moving on to Spielberg, the Austrian Grand Prix, A1 ring it used to be called, now called the Red Bull ring. And I'll come to you then first, Adam. What do you make of it?
Not really. I think 4. Not
4?
not a huge fan of Austria, I'll be honest.
Okay. What do you make of it, Conor?
See, I gotta disagree. I think it's a 5. I mean, if you look at it, it's a great track. Lots of opportunities to overtake. A lot of chances for wheel-to-wheel racing. A lot of really chances for it to be very, very tough and to actually. It's a very enjoyable race to watch. Whenever you watch an Austrian Grand Prix, I feel like it's always going to be an enjoyable watch because there's always hard-nosed racing. You're always going to find something. I mean, we can look in any race in the past couple of years. We had the whole thing with Perez and Lando. We had the whole thing with Perez and Charles. We had Hamilton trying to catch Lando. We had, Alonso taking it away. We had Alonso taking 10th place away from Russell at the very, very last breath. There's always excitement when that Grand Prix comes around, so I got to give it a 5.
Yeah, I do have to admit that it's always been for me a circuit I've always enjoyed. Very, very quick, very flowing. You don't sometimes in the game, you get into I can get into sort of a zone. You don't even realise 10, 12 laps are flying by when you start, like when you really get in the groove of the circuit. And there's always like when you get to turn 2, like turn 2 can be a very tricky little corner off with the camber going uphill. Can easily catch you up when you try and get back on the power. It's always been like difficult to keep the car back end from stepping out.
It's consistently a lot of fun to watch, and it consistently leaves space for stuff to happen.
Yeah. I'd have to go for 5. Since we both like 2 votes out of 1. I might drop the link in the chat actually. To be honest, do you know what I actually will do? If anyone does want to join us and does want to have their say and want to join in, please do so. I might do this for the first few times because obviously this is a new channel and like we're trying to make it as open as possible for everyone. But we move on to the first of 3 layouts of the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is the traditional layout of the Sakia circuit that we race on. And like obviously been racing since here. This layout's 2004. 2010 they used an extended layout for as an upgrade, which didn't really work. But then in 2014 they've been racing it at night. And Conor, what have you made of the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit?
I think it's kind of something like a fine wine. It's gotten better as they've kind of changed it and moved. I think they got a good layout at the start, but once they started changing it up and moving it around, they kind of just made it better and better. I'd honestly give it a 3. Even just from looking at it, you can kind of see there's just some parts of it where I feel like it'd also be a rather boring race to watch. Just a lot of straight lines, a lot of things where you're just kind of sitting there going, "Up, yep, here's another spot for an overtake." And for me, overtakes are good, but I also like seeing a little bit of difficulty in overtakes, not just find a straight line overtake.
Yeah. What do you make of it, Adam?
Same as Conor, to be honest. It's mainly straight line, and I'm not a big fan of Bahrain or Sakia.
Okay, so what would you guys give it?
If I to a rating, it would probably be. I'll give it a 4.
I'd give it a 3.
3?
Yeah, it got better with age, but honestly, the old layout's a little poor.
Okay. I think like it's. To be fair, it does open up the strategy because of the way the tyre degrades. It's always been very harsh on tyres, which opens up the strategy a bit, unlike some circuits. But like, I'd have to say a 4 for me.
Right.
Only because it can release up strategic options.
Yeah.
Like you saw in like 2018, Vettel trying to do a 1-stop and the Mercedes catching him on a 2-stop. So it does give you that, to be honest. So I'd say a 4. Next up, Baku, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Street Circuit. This one usually has
Party button
written all. Yeah, this one has carnage and mayhem written all over it. Like, Adam, what do you make of this circuit? Because I'm always a big fan of this circuit.
Baku's one of my favourite tracks, to be honest. It's in the top 5, definitely. I've always enjoyed the races there. It's I love street circuits in general, and even though my favourite driver Leclerc made a stupid mistake there like a few years ago, so it wasn't that. But it's always entertaining, so I'd give it a 5. I'm a big fan of Baku.
Conor?
Yeah, it's an easy 5 as well. It's just a good race. especially when Hamilton goes into party mode. But that's a story
Okay.
for another time.
You got
But no, I
ten,
think it's
you got
always
5 or a
entertaining.
6?
I think it's definitely a 5. I love that last turn after the long straight. You know, when we have the big, the very very narrow little
Yeah.
chicane, and you go into the very
Yeah.
run, and that first turn. How many people did it catch out this last year? 4 or 5
Oh,
people going into the barriers because they got caught out.
Or down
When you
the
have
slippery.
when you have corners that really don't look like they're supposed to be much, but actually are very sneaky, I think that makes the course even better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we agree with 5 then, so we move. Right, then the Belgian Grand Prix, the legendary Spa-Francorchamps, Estavalos, Belgium. Mate, for me this is a 6.
Has to be 6. No
6.
question about it.
6.
It's
I
my
love it.
favourite track on the calendar, so I'll say 6.
Yeah, it's elite. There's no better track, and
Always-
anybody who tries to say there's a better track is just
For
lying.
me, it wouldn't be my personal favourite, but it's a definite 6.
Okay.
Like,
It's an elite track.
yeah, it's an elite track though. Like you win there, it's special. So
I mean, I'll just remember the Kimi Räikkönen overtake going into the big hill where he just literally full out just ends up. I'm just sitting there pissing my pants the entire time, going, "How the hell has he done this?"
yeah, I remember when yeah, I also remember when Kimi was fighting with Hamilton in 2008, like, and then dropped it. So it's trying to keep it on the road. So and that's the thing with Spa as well. It could be raining on one part of the circuit, and then the other.
Be
part
completely dry on the other side.
It's huge. But Brazil, Interlagos, the Bowl of Sao Paulo, the Interlagos circuit, the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. What do you make of this circuit, Adam?
Oh, damn. This is a tough one. I think it's a good track because there's always entertainment in Brazil. There's a lot of drama there as well. I'd give it. Oh, it's so tough. I could give it a 6, but I'm gonna go 5. I think 5 is.
Okay. Conor.
I think it's got to be a 5. It's like Adam said, you're in for a good time every time they head to Brazil. It's just always a place that you're going to enjoy yourself and you're going to find a good, entertaining race. It's never going to be boring. Of course, we've seen what Hamilton can do in Brazil this last year. I mean, it's just a fun time, and I never see myself not happy at the end of a race with how it went and how entertaining it was.
Yeah. So yeah. So what was that? Was it a 5 or 6?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Yeah,
Right.
5.
Yeah, I'll go with 5 because like I was tempted to give it a 6 because it's quite flowing as well.
Yeah, and there's some big moments there, but I think just a 5 for me.
Plus it's a very good, like, it's the power of the DRS really comes into its own in there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we move to the Indian Grand Prix. Now some people might not be familiar with this circuit. It was featured in 2011 to 2013, and only one driver won that Grand Prix and for those years, and that was Sebastian Vettel. The only time he actually stopped leading a lap in that race was the 2013 Grand Prix. The others he dominated from the start to finish. Yeah, so the layout looks a bit it does look interesting. It's got a very long straight. Got 2 straights that you can possibly make an overtaking maneuver, and then got a quite technical section which can punish the tyres. So Adam, I'll come to you. Do you remember the Indian Grand Prix?
Sorry?
The Indian Grand Prix.
I have no opinion because I have not seen an Indian
Alright.
Grand Prix.
Conor?
I think it's 3. Kind of looked into it a little bit, and it's
Yeah.
when only one person's winning it all, it's kind of hard to put it as a really, really good course.
Yeah, I'll go with that, man. I'll go with that. Big up, Maisie. I hope you're well.
I just
do-
can't say because I haven't seen one, so
Yeah. If you can, please do like and share the stream for us. Please. Same as just tuning in. Well, big up as well, Noel. Please do smash the like and subscribe button if you can. Next up, Canada, the Canadian Grand Prix. Conor, I know you're desperate to see this Grand Prix.
Yeah, and I've seen old races from it. I think it's kind of bang average, honestly.
Yeah.
I've raced it before, and it's just very bang average. There's nothing that really strikes me as, oh my gosh. The only reason I'm looking forward to it this year is because I haven't seen it raced live. But besides that, I've got no other reason to really want to watch it.
Me
Some
too.
entertaining racing, to be honest, over the years.
Yeah.
It has been very good as an entertainment circuit.
As a course itself, I think it's kind of just bang average.
It's very basic for me. It's
Yeah.
very basic. So
Yeah.
I'd say a 4.
A lot of just throw a chicane here, throw a chicane there. Oh, let's make a hairpin here. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes the simple ones can be great. So
Yeah.
Adam, what do you make of it?
I've not seen I've not seen a Canadian Grand Prix live as well. I mean, I've played it on F1, and yeah, I'd agree with Conor. It's not the greatest.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll go with bang average. Yeah. I'll go with bang average. Shanghai International Circuit, China. Again, not been raced since 2019. But Conor, what do you make of the Shanghai circuit?
I think it's decent. I think it kind of brings a little bit of both. You can even just see from the layout itself that it brings out a couple nice straightaways. For me,
Yeah.
it's another thing where it's just too many just bang straightaways. I feel like when you look at it, there's not a lot of, oh, you're going to do a lot of turns. It's a lot of, here, just go on a straight line for a bit. Here's a couple turns here. Straight line for a while. And that can be fun, but a lot of times for me, it's more entertaining to watch overtakes through corners than it is to watch them just on regular straights every single time, because that just allows for a DRS to basically just take advantage, or a faster car to just dominate it.
Okay. Adam.
I'm not too sure. It's decent. It's an alright track. But if I had to give a rating, maybe a 4.
4. Okay. Conor, would you agree with that? Or would you say a 3 or?
I'd be okay with a 4.
Okay. We'll go with 4. Probably a track you guys might not remember, the Pinnacle circuit of France, that featured on the calendar as the French Grand Prix until 2007. And Schumacher won his 5th world title there, I believe, 2002. And there's been some good entertaining races there. As you can tell by the layout, there's a very good opportunity to overtake down into the hairpin. Obviously, they didn't have DRS back in them days. The last part of that circuit, actually, they're showing there's a chicane before the last turn. That actually has changed. There's actually a last turn and it's a chicane. Yeah, for me, I never mind the circuit. I wasn't very good on his game, for example, but I'd say like I would have said a 3 for me. I mean, Conor, I don't know if you've seen anything back to
I've seen a couple that, yeah, I'd say 3 is probably a good one.
Adam, I don't know if you could remember the
No, I've not seen anything from that.
Alright, wicked. So we'll stick that as a 3. Oh, can't see it now. Valencia, in Spain, the European, it posted as a European Grand Prix for 2008 to 2012, and yeah, what was like used to be honest, I've got to give this a 1. This was boring.
Yeah.
This race was boring. It was crap.
No, I've watched
boring.
playbacks. I've watched playbacks, and even though the highlights, I got through like half the race and couldn't watch anymore. And I just skipped to the end of the race. It was just so bad.
I'm sorry, that's gonna be a 1. It's so bad. It's bad. Right.
Isn't it like abandoned now? Is it used for like MotoGP as well?
Nah, I just don't think I think it's used this. I think it's originally a street circuit. It's like in the middle of Valencia. So, but yeah, we go to the actual circuit they're using for the French Grand Prix now, Paul Ricard. Again, this one is poor.
It's poor.
I'd say, well, say a 1. Like, I'd say a poor, difficult to race.
Yeah, it's difficult to race on. I don't like looking at it.
Yeah, for me, 2. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, people. Please do keep liking please do smash the like and share the stream if you can. Really important you do so. I was going to do like the background music. I just realised there's a new feature on the stream now. 2008 and 2007, the Japanese Grand Prix was held at Fuji Speedway in Japan. No. What do you make of it, Conor?
I mean, for me, again, I'm not a big fan of races that have just a lot of straightaways, but I think it's a decent course. I think you can't really knock it. I think there's a reason they ended up leaving it and not really coming back to it. So I'd say probably the 3 or 4, but not anything further than that.
Yeah, I can't have an opinion, to be honest, because I've not seen it. So
I didn't want. I was going to get Chinese. Hang on, sorry.
It's all good.
Go on, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it wasn't great, to be honest. It was a little poor for me. It wasn't as good as Suzuka.
Yeah, I think it's poor.
It's not as good as Suzuka.
Yeah.
But then James Hunt would disagree because he did win the title there. So. Firstly, we move to the home of Formula 1, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Obviously,
The place where Hamilton sends people into walls.
Fuck off. Mate, 50-50, he was side by side, legit move. Shut up. What are you talking about? It was side by side. Legit move.
Just needs a little wind up in the middle of this.
What have you started?
I don't care, you are defending to Kingdom Come on that one.
No, it's just I needed a little bit of a wind up there. I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, shut up, you.
Don't talk about what Charles did there, please.
No, we can talk about, if we want to talk about Hamilton, we can talk about him surviving on 3 tires for about way too long.
Yeah, like from half a lap as well. That's a good victory. But yeah, obviously been dominated by Hamilton. 8 victories now at the British Grand Prix.
It's a good course.
But it is a very good track. I've got to admit, it's a really, and I love the circuit.
It can be a little bit of a hard to overtake on. Kind of
Yeah,
get stuck, especially when we saw the sprint race. You're stuck.
yeah.
You
I would
literally,
say
if you get
5.
stuck, you're done.
Yeah,
It's 5. It's historic. It's a great place to go.
yeah, it's 5 as well.
Yeah, 5. Oh, yeah. The German Grand Prix. The
Which one?
German Grand Prix. Sorry,
Hockenheim.
Adam. What do you make of at Hockenheim? Yes.
6.
Uh,
It's historic. It's elite. It's a 6.
yeah. I don't know why. I thought we were doing it out of like 10 there, so I was thinking, what? Nah.
I know. It caught me off guard when we did the first one, because I thought we were at a 10, so it caught me off guard because I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say 6 because it was bang average, and I'm like, oh wait, nope, that's not it.
I don't know about you guys, but I really miss Hockenheim.
I wish it would come back. I don't know why they don't have it. And
Why
I
the
think,
hell did they even get rid of it in the first place?
especially because we have 2 Germans now in the paddock. I mean, wouldn't it be brilliant to have Vettel and Schumacher able to race on their home race now in
Especially
Hockenheim?
Schumacher, because
Well, it's especially Vettel. He's from Hockenheim.
oh yeah, he is.
He was born and raised in Hockenheim.
So I really missed Hockenheim, man. I really.
If you want to talk about a home race for somebody, it's Vettel getting to go back home to the German Grand Prix in Hockenheim, and I think he deserves to be able to do it.
Yeah, imagine he did. They went back to the German Grand Prix and Vettel won it.
I think that'd be gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm a massive Seb fan, so I'd want him to win.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it away, and I don't know why they don't bring it back, especially with some of the crap that they have brought in. I think you get rid of someone and you sacrifice a Grand Prix for Hockenheim.
It's because the government cut funding for it.
Oh,
That's why.
Yeah, and I know, but it's
I'm giving
it's 6.
Yeah, we're giving it a 6 or a 5.
6.
6.
6.
I really wish they brought it back, and I really want. It'd be so dope for Vettel and Schumacher to both be able to race again on Hockenheim.
Yeah, the Hungaroring.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Plain and simple. It's an amazing place to race. I love it.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, always
the only thing
drama.
that lets it down is
in
I'd say
Hungary.
it's overtaking.
Always drama, always fun.
Yeah. US Grand Prix now at Austin.
Ooh.
I'd say 3.
Yeah, I'd say 3. I love it because I'm American, but it's not
It's a bit
amazing.
copycat, to be honest.
It's a bit. We took inspiration from a bunch of other Grand Prix and just put it into one Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I love it, but I get it.
It takes. It's a
I'll agree with you guys, to be honest. I mean,
It's my home Grand Prix, but yeah, it's bang. It's just a little poor.
Right, Imola.
oh,
The Emilia
6.
Romagna Grand Prix.
6.
6.
6. Oh my god, I love that race.
I love him a lot.
Yeah, 6. No doubts.
We can just talk about what happened this last year.
The controversial Indianapolis Grand Prix.
I think it's a 2.
What? Sorry, which one? I can't really.
The Indianapolis Grand Prix.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, the US Grand Prix Indianapolis. It was there till 2007, and it caused where we had a 6-car start. I know what I'm putting it.
Yeah, I think it was trash. I think it was terrible, and there's a reason that they got rid of it.
Like after what they did with that, trash.
Oh, it's terrible.
By the way, do let us know if you agree or disagree in the comments, and please do smash that like. And
It's well deserved that they lost that title of the United States Grand Prix to Austin, even though of course we're now seeing it be lost, where now there's Miami and Austin, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
2 American Grand Prix.
I'm always okay with more American Grand Prix to go to.
The Turkish Grand Prix.
The last 2 races, I mean, they've not been great.
I say the 4 for me.
Yeah.
It's a bang average.
Yeah, but
For me, it's a 4.
I'm in between either a 3 or a 4. I keep forgetting we're doing ours. I'm in between a 3 or a 4.
Yeah. The Italian Grand Prix at Monza. 6.
6.
6.
We all know what happened this year, so I'm not going to say it's anything less.
Yeah.
Let's just say 2019,
Yeah.
I was loving life.
Someone tried to kill a driver.
Someone did not leave enough room on the chicane.
Bullshit. Someone tried to murder someone.
It's a little bit of both. We can agree to disagree.
I'm staying
Okay,
quiet.
someone did back out and try to murder him instead.
We'll agree to disagree.
Well, I'm a Ferrari fan as well, so Monza.
Yeah. Suzuka, Japan.
5.
Yeah, sure.
5? Okay.
Not necessarily what I would go with, but yeah.
Okay.
What, 4? Or
I would have gone with 6 myself, to be honest.
I just think
And
sometimes
not
when
much is stuff to say.
races are no longer on the calendar, I can kind of tell why.
although on F1, I suck at that track, so
Yeah, it's not the easiest track to learn. Anyway, we move on to Jeddah now. This one's going to be interesting. Jeddah. I'm going to say difficult to...
It's extremely difficult to watch because it's so hard to see any overtakes.
yeah.
Yeah, difficult to watch. And sort of
Although it was entertaining, but it's...
Yeah, but it was entertaining for all the wrong
I
reasons.
think the safety needs to be improved on that one as well.
Yeah.
The Malaysian Grand Prix at Sepang.
The Mexican,
No, that's in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
I thought this was always a good track, to be honest. And also with the fact that you can have condensed storms where they could just form out of nowhere. And within 5 minutes you're in a thunderstorm.
I give it a 5. I like the look of the track as well, so I'd give it a 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with that track.
Same.
And it might be the one that I end up actually going to this next year.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the track itself. I love the racing. There's overtaking availability in so many different areas. I love it. It's a 6.
Ottomando, Ormano, wait, no, but
Also
Especially
got
after
Marcos
seeing-
Rodriguez.
Especially after seeing, and it's in the history behind why it's named that is such a brilliant thing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Just every part of that track and the history
This one
behind it is
gonna be a
amazing.
prediction.
I also love like the podium entrance they have, sort of where the driver, where they have the winning car and
we've got the new Miami circuit, so this is gonna be more of a prediction, just by the look of it. I don't like the look of it, and obviously with the new cars, I feel there's gonna be good overtaking opportunities down here.
yeah.
It'll be decent.
I think it'd be decent for me. I'd put it as a bang average for me for now.
It's a bang average. It's gonna be decent.
Right. And we'll see how like the new cars play out on it. See.
You can't really judge something until you've had a first race. I feel like anything that's brand new, especially like that's Miami for me as well, is going to be let's see what happens.
Monaco.
6.
6.
It's difficult as shite to overtake on, but it's a historic track.
Some people would say it as 1 because it's so boring.
And I can get that, but I think the history-wise and how difficult it is to race, I think
That's the
adds
thing,
to the
I think
excitement.
that people are looking at, if you want to look at a sport as a sporting spectacle, like on track spectacle.
I think you have to give it a 6, but I don't know. It's you could give it a 1 and a 6 at the same time, like
Yeah, it's one of those where it's both.
yeah, because it is. We have to admit it's boring because there's not many like.
Well, there's a put it at 6, but everyone in the chat, by the way, everyone do smash the like and subscribe if you ever will keep watching. Please do share it as well if you can and get anyone else to watch as well. But look, I also say it can be definitely a 1 as well and be very boring to watch.
It depends on the year, I think.
I think the new cars may help a little bit.
Yeah, some years it can be a 6, some years it can definitely be a 1. And
Yeah.
of course, we don't need to talk about Charles Leclerc with Adam because he knows exactly what I'm talking
Magello. Magello, that was late last year.
4.
For
What's this one?
Magello last year. The Tuscan Grand Prix.
I'm not a huge fan.
I think it was a little bit dangerous at times going into turn 1 with that
Yeah.
restart. So yeah, 4 or just about. But yeah,
It's decent, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
yeah.
Mm.
The Eiffel Grand Prix,
Is that the
Nürburgring.
I like it. I'd
Yeah.
say
I've always
5.
liked it. I've always liked it.
Yeah, I think it's a 5. It's good. It's a good course. Can't go wrong
It's
for
got
sure.
So much history. It's got much history in it as well. Right, Portimao. We're on final 9 circuits.
I'll be a little controversial here, and I'll honestly give it a 3. I think it's honestly kind of correct that they got rid of it.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Once you started driving it, it was quite good. The flowing, to be honest.
I think it's a decent track, but it'll be huge.
I am. Don't. I'll give it a. I'll give it a 3.
I'd have to disagree.
Okay.
I'm willing to go to a 4.
I would have to say a 4.
I'm okay with 4.
Opportunities overtaking as
Yeah.
well. And it
Fair
is a
enough.
bit of a flowing, so yeah, for me, I'd have to say a 4. Yeah, the Sochi Autodrome at
1.
Russia.
0.
0.
Yeah, 0.
I
I'm not a
don't.
huge fan of Sochi.
I'm not a
Let's
fan of
see-
Sochi at
let's see
all.
what the
It's,
new circuit in 2023 comes up with. The Sakia circuit that was used last year, the outer circuit, the sub-minute circuit. What do we make of that, guys?
1.
Big up, Billy.
One.
Monzo's goated. Yeah, big up, mate. I hope you're doing well. Do smash the like and subscribe button, mate. And if you are new, do share it for us.
Monza's my favorite race of the entire year.
Yeah.
Every year it's got
Mine's
something.
Because he won
Nice.
last
I'd
year.
say 1 though.
What, for the Sakia circuit?
Yeah, outer is just not good.
It's
not very interesting.
Prix, to be honest. To be honest, the one race they did there was not bad at all.
I think it's alright. I'm not a huge fan of it.
What do you think, Adam?
I don't really know. 2, 3.
Okay, I'd say 2 then.
Yeah, 2 is alright.
Singapore.
3.
Okay. Adam.
Which track?
Singapore.
Singapore. I like 3 circuits, so 4 maybe.
4. Okay, let's do that. 4. I'd say. Hang on. 4. I'd say a 3. It's always been difficult when it comes to overtaking and staying entertaining. Bit like Monaco's a bit, but it's just without the glamour in it behind it and the history behind it.
Yeah.
Catalonia. Barcelona.
I like it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think it's good. I don't like the last chicane, what they did there.
I hate the last chicane, but I
wish
love
they
the
just
Grand Prix.
just extend the barrier.
Yeah.
And actually, I've seen barriers that are that close and they've gone flat out one of those corners like that anyway.
I
I
agree.
think it can be great, but I also think it has, yeah, like you said, the last chicane is not great, but I love it. I love it.
Same.
5.
Yeah, I'd go 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Abu Dhabi.
5.
Ooh. Yeah.
I love Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. It's just a great course to race. No matter if you're
Should have stopped
watching
with
it
the
or if you're
circuit.
playing it, it's just a great place to go.
Should have stopped with the original circuit this season when you had less laps.
Yep.
We don't talk about the last time.
That's all I say. We had the original circuit, would have won it.
deserved to win the championship.
Shut it, you. I'm telling you now, should have used the old circuit. 55 laps would have won it. There's been no choice.
Hamilton should have been penalized for lap 1.
Fuck off. Where's he supposed to go?
On the actual track.
Well, you just force someone off the road and just say, oh yeah, I'm going to get a position now. No,
Yeah, he's done that to Verstappen a couple times.
so he got it back. Fuck off. Right. The Korean Grand Prix, the Yongyang circuit that featured from 2010 to 2013.
Korean.
I think that's got to be a 2. If you're that little time, if you're barely there, then you can't really be anything higher than a 2.
Yeah.
Didn't really last that long. It was one of those circuits. I remember it came on the calendar, and first of all, the first race, it was never going to be designed to work because the drainage took forever to drain away for the cars to start racing, and so it wasn't properly. But after that, I just knew it wasn't going to last very long.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
2. Well, actually, no. If it doesn't last that long, it should be just in the bin.
It's just in the bin, yeah.
Yeah.
And in that case, India should be in the bin, to be honest. Because that didn't last long either.
I'm okay with binning it.
Yeah.
Zandvoort. Netherlands.
5. I love it. I love that
Shit.
track.
5.
It's shit.
You're just jealous.
Who fucking made that thing?
The Orange Army make it.
The Orange Army gives it a 5.
Yeah, bullshit.
The Orange Army you are appreciated on
I
this.
think the reason he rates, you know what, Adam? I think the reason Steven doesn't like it is because all he hears whenever we go to that track is max, super, max,
Shut
super,
up.
super, max.
That is one of the most annoying tracks. They couldn't think of anything better to come up with than that. Mate, it makes you fucking leave. Jesus. Even my mum could have thought of a better song than that. Not lying. Lastly, the 2010 layout of the Bahrain Grand Prix was only featured once.
Bin it.
Bin it.
I don't
It was
know.
shit.
Bin it. If you get rid of that quickly, bin it.
Actually, I just remembered Monaco. Oh fuck! I remembered what happened in this year.
Bin in the bin in the bin.
Conor, shut the fuck up.
No,
even lying.
Leclerc was gonna go on pole, but then he off.
Yeah. Right, but there you go.
Hey, at least we didn't bring up Russia. Russia always. We moved on from Russia quite quickly because that brings it back.
I would only bring up Russia if you bring up
We didn't.
Monaco.
We got rain.
Yeah, I thought that was a 6 for that Grand Prix, wasn't it, Conor?
It was gonna be a first.
What?
You decided not to
What's
box?
gonna happen? Conor mentions Abu Dhabi. Steve mentions.
See, we have things that we can throw at each other. I'll mention Abu Dhabi, Silverstone,
No
Monza.
mention Monaco for me, please.
I'll also throw out a little bit of Baku party mode. But then you can just bring up
What Baku party?
not Baku, Azerbaijan.
What the fuck are you on about?
You got.
Verstappen goes out, Hamilton's got it all to play
Austria.
for, and then decides to just
Don't mention.
Austria?
You can also go hungry for me as well because
This
that
is
sucks.
the reason I haven't been saying anything, because I know that you'd mention Monaco straight away.
Just cry into your Monaco flakes.
What the? No.
Yeah.
Charles, you'll win that one day, don't worry.
Yeah, it probably, hopefully, but we'll see what happens this year.
He'll be the kind of guy who just wins like 3 races forever, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just always is touted to be better.
But those are the
better than
rankings
Norris.
for all the circuits.
No, that's not true.
For all the circuits that featured in the 21st century, these are the circuits that have been ranked. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with any of the selection here. Yeah, interesting, very interesting, very interesting to look at and to work out. But yeah, it's going to be an epic season coming up with
Verstappen winning another title.
Mate,
you know what?
It ain't lasting until next season.
They call me a person that has too much expectation. I know, but I'm praying to the gods of F1, please let Leclerc win 1.
Nope. I think Norris wins 4 this year.
But your driver has to get a win first. Anyway,
your driver needs to not put into a wall after pole.
for fuck's sake.
How about you actually start a Grand Prix after getting pole then, and you can talk.
Yeah.
How about getting 3rd?
He's gotten 3rd. He's gotten 2nd. He got 3rd in Monaco when you crashed out.
I mean, McLaren get 3rd.
Mate,
And we got that last year.
You should have just done what Rosberg did at the Mirror and just stuck it down the fucking escape road. If you wanted to stop someone stealing the lap.
I gotta say, it makes me laugh that he goes get 3rd, and it's like, oh, we got 3rd last year. Funny how that works.
Fair enough.
Anyway, those are all our rankings. Please let us know if you agree or disagree. Yeah, as much as we love to continue this on, I've got to wrap this up now.
Yep, all good.
I want to go have dinner and before starting the stream at 8. Back on SFeatleyTV again, so you can catch us over there at SFeatleyTV with the Liver Awareness Show. Please do let us know if you like, or please do leave a like and subscribe on the video. Please also share the stream to anyone you know is an F1 fan. Get them to subscribe as well. We're on our way to 100. We're at 26 subs already. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that up. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. Right, and it's you guys that help us get there to the magic 1K number. And the magic 100 number. So the more you do that, the more you support the charity, because it also does support Children's Liberties Foundation. So make sure you do it right now. But yeah, please do that, and yeah, we'll be so eternally grateful. Just keep sharing it no matter what. Every time you see a stream coming up, share it and like it. It's Conor, where can they find you, my friend?
Yank, Talkin, Smack on all platforms. Actually, you can find me a lot of the times either with Rich Sports here on this channel or with the Man United Agenda, which I'll be doing a little bit of a stream with them later today. Bit of a moving talking head. You can catch me pretty much a lot of different places.
Wicked. Adam, where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me on Twitter, which is just my username on here. My YouTube channel, which is same, and I'm not often on here or on Rich's channel. Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah, like you said, you'll find them here. You'll find them on those channels. Make sure you go and follow them on their socials as well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at SFeatleyF1. Obviously, I changed the name to SFeatleyF1 on here, but that's my other channel name as well. So make sure you go and check that out as well. Subscribe to both, support the channel, do everything you got in terms of that, and we will be back at 8. We'll be back on this channel tomorrow with a debate show about should there be F1 the same F1 stewards at every Grand Prix.
Hell no.
But there you go. We'll have that debate about it tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you please do tune in and check it out because it's going to be quality. But until then, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.